So in the mail just right now came actually a pretty big piece to the puzzle here. So this is obviously the new trunk floor right there. This is probably one of the last major metalwork sections besides the lower quarter right there. So you can see this one is just a circle, not the big square piece. You can see the seam there, it goes across there and then comes down there, and then all the way against the tail panel there. So we opted to get this simply because all that is not rusted out. It doesn't look pretty, but it's not like that. And this was like a third of the price, so it just made more sense to get this away. We actually found this kind of on accident, which is great. I didn't know they actually made these. I only thought they made the big piece. So today we're gonna work on getting that in. We gotta test fit it up first, draw out like a mark on here where it's gonna go, and then we're gonna leave a little lip and kind of spot weld it in place. First test fit of the new piece. You can see we marked it where it's gonna be cut. It's actually gonna be cut like half an inch below that, so there'll be a little lip, and then we can just spot weld it in place and then probably put some seam sealer on it, but it actually fits very well. Just cut the old floor out. You can see those are the gas tank bracket mounts right there, and then somebody's homemade bar that's not center or straight. So we're gonna cut that back out, make it straight, and then we gotta cut 2 holes in the floor for the gas tank strap mounts right there and right there. As you can see, we cut this bracket out of the car here. You can kind of see it was more like that way crooked in the car, like that. So took it out, we're gonna make it straight like that, make it even on both sides, and then re-weld these gas tank strap bracket mount thingies on. First test fit of the new piece, we got it completely level. You can see on the bottom there, it's all good and it looks super nice. So now we have to clean up the ledge we're gonna weld it to, grind it all down, make it smooth, and now we're gonna start tacking it in place. As you can see, got that whole lip grinded down, got all the paint and the rust off. Actually was super easy. So now I gotta spray some weld through primer on that, and along with the new piece, gotta spray some weld through primer on the edges and prime the whole thing so it's not bare metal anymore. Threw some primer on the new piece here. That is just some bare metal primer, and the lip here is weld through primer. It's the same thing on the inside, so obviously you can weld to it. Do some of that on the edge, and then that's just what I use to cover up the middle so it's not bare metal, and like I said, the same thing on the inside. Right here we got that bar with the gas tank tabs on it. As you can see, we grind it down where the welds used to be so we can make some new welds on it. That tab, like I said, will go to the bottom of the new trunk floor. And then, right now, I gotta work on getting all this done so we can lay a bead like that to the floor. So that'll be cleaned up. Same with there, and then that side. And the angle grinder, it's not getting in there because you can't get the blade on it fully. So, and then that piece out in the way. So I'm going to use a little Dremel just to clean that up all up and down there. Here, now you can see the edges there, completely bare metal. Same with that side, and that'll be easier to weld to. Got the new piece in. You can see right there, it's perfectly level, and now we're gonna start to weld it in place. We were having some issues with the regulator here for the gas tank when we were welding. So my dad's working on fixing up that, while I, over here, started grinding down all the welds. Well, all the welds so far. I'd say about like 75% done. I just gotta go from here to here. There's some tacks in there I did earlier, but I just gotta finish welding that all up. You can see all along the edge. These are some of the best ones. You can see how smooth it really is. I think I'm gonna hit those maybe one more time, especially these over here. But the plan is we got to do the same thing to the bottom of it here. Weld that on. You can see there's the little lip right there. I just threw a tack on it. And then put some seam sealer around that and do the same thing on the bottom. So we got the regulator to work and now the welder is working. Finished up welding in that section and those 4 little cuts in it, and then I made a piece for that, welded it on. So tomorrow we're gonna weld the bottom side, and then I gotta finish grinding all this down. And then all right, it is now the day after where we got that welded in. So today, the goal is to get the bottom all welded up, and then I gotta grind down all the welds obviously, and then tomorrow we gotta go pick up some seam sealer. We'll seam seal the whole thing, and then paint the bottom black, and then I'm gonna paint the inside orange once I repaint the whole trunk. You can see under here we got most of it done. I can't get to that side. Oh, there you can see it all the way around. It's mostly done. There's a couple spots that need to be fixed, but the regulator's busted. It's just not working very well. We don't have much gas left, and this isn't the easiest to weld to upside down. So tomorrow I'm gonna grab a new regulator, some seam sealers so we can cover up the seams in there, and then some more flap discs so we can grind that all down, and then we should be done with this project finally. So I was messing with some stuff in the interior there, but you could see my dad grinded down all these welds on the inside there. I did about half of it, and then he finished up that while I was working on the interior. All those cuts are done. And then if we go to the bottom here, you can see the entire bottom is done too. Not the prettiest because it is very hard to weld on your back, and like I explained earlier, the welder was giving us some issues, but that's completely done. It looks so good in there. Brand new piece, fresh metal, no more rusty holes. I mean, same for that. It just looks so much better than it was before. I'm really happy with this. Perfect fit and everything. Gotta throw some seam sealer on it tomorrow hopefully, and then we can start wrapping up this project. Just did the final grinding on the whole inside there and the whole underside, so that is done. There's a couple spots you see we got marked out there just to weld back up, grind those down. Finished welding up some of the pinholes on the bottom, grind it all down, and then threw some primer just on the bottom because I'm going to undercoat that with black. And then the inside here, same thing, and we're going to throw some seam sealer just around the seam there. Seam sealed around all the edges there on the new piece. And then once I paint the interior floor orange, I like to paint the whole trunk floor as well. And then the bottom here, that's all undercoated, still drying, but all the way to there. And then went up on the sides of it. So that pretty much wraps up this project, minus the paint on the inside. All right guys, so last night, after we thought we had this project all wrapped up, we realized the straps here, or the mounts for the gas tank straps, yeah, we forgot to put those on. So we're gonna not use this bar now, like we said we originally were. We're gonna cut these brackets off the bar, and then drill 2 holes in the new trunk floor, or cut 2 holes I should say. Drop those brackets in from the top, put some spot welds on them, weld them from the bottom, seam seal over it, paint them, and then should be finally done with this project. Got the brackets off this bar here. Can see, gotta clean them up a little, so I'm gonna run them through the wire wheel, and then we can get to putting them in the floor. Cleaned up the brackets here. That spot is a little rusty on the inside, nothing I could do about it. They both came out pretty good. So we put the gas tank in, and then we hung it put the straps in, and then we marked out where the new brackets are gonna go, or the brackets are gonna go on the back. Cut literally just a slit there and a slit there, and then the piece, you guys know, is shaped like a T, so that one part just like dropped down, and then you can see the other piece is just laying on top. Welded those in place from the top here, and then I'm gonna have to grind that down, seam seal the top here, and then I gotta prime the bottom and undercoat that, and then this should finally be done. So obviously now I got the welds all grinded down, got some seam sealer here. Gonna start brushing this on. You just apply it with a brush, put it across the seams obviously. So I finished up that one, that's what it looks like. And then that was from yesterday. I'm gonna put another coat on that just to double check, make sure. And then there was like one little rust hole over there, so I just put a little bit on there. This wall will be obviously primed one more time and then painted once it's all done. Just finished seam sealing, and check this out. Put the light underneath, going in a circle with it right now. Can't see it, that's because there's not a single pinhole through it. Pretty good. I'm super happy with that. We got it all welded up, seam sealed now. Little things to touch up on the bottom, and we should be good to go. So after we got those tabs welded in, I threw some seam sealer just on the sides of them, on the bottom here. Just finished undercoating it. You gotta let the seam sealer dry for an hour, so I did that. Just undercoat it now. Same thing on the inside, let it dry for an hour. Just threw some primer over the full thing, all the way around there, and I'm super, super happy with the way this turned out. It's very clean now, so much better than before. Pretty easy actually, only took us a couple days because we had some issues. Other than that, I'm really happy with the way this turned out. Alright, so that wraps it up for this project. Got myself a new trunk floor right there. Pretty stoked on it. It was the last major rust spot to fix now. It was pretty easy install. Obviously we had some delays because the welder was giving us issues. Had to get some parts, stuff like that. Appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for more to come.